Welcome back, everyone. Well, we have a real treat for you. Coming up the weekend of August 1st and 2nd, Friday and Saturday, Ballston Spa Film Festival is taking place. Now, it's the 7th annual film festival, and in preparation for that, we talked to the organizers and said, let's do a couple of interviews about the festival to really highlight the talent of the people involved. And lo and behold, we have one of the filmmakers with us and a teacher from Niskayuna High School who mentors a lot of the students in filmmaking. So welcome to you both.
Thank you.
Nice to have you.
Nice to be here.
And I'm going to tell you who they are too, by the way. So Stephen Haneke.
Correct.
Good, I got it. Right. And your title, Steve?
I'm a media arts teacher at Niskayuna High School, where I
gotcha.
teach photography and video.
Boy, wonderful, wonderful profession, by the way.
Yes.
And Rachel Lambert.
Yes.
Now, Rachel, you are a director, writer, producer, music,
Yeah, I do a lot.
composer.
Yeah.
That's a lot of stuff. My goodness. And the name of your film,
What These Walls Have Seen.
What These Walls Have Seen. Now, it's sort of inherent in the title that you might be talking about shadows, right? What These Walls Have Seen.
Yes.
Now, we looked at the film before we went on air today, and it's a brilliant piece. I just want to
Thank
tell
you.
you. How long is it?
It is around 5 minutes.
Right. Now, you think to yourself, if you have an hour to tell a story, you can drag it out and you can do things. You have 5 minutes to tell a story, you better be pretty talented in being able to get across the message, the story, the emotion, which you
Thanks.
seem to do very well, by the way.
Thank you.
And you also composed the music. Now, there's no dialogue in this.
No dialogue.
Right. Now, explain to me a little bit of the inspiration of the film.
Well, I first got the idea to use shadows when I was at a showing of a film, and the people behind the film were on stage speaking to us, but their shadows were projected on the screen behind them. And I thought, why not do a film totally with just the silhouettes of shadows? And then we could try to see if we could evoke emotion from people without actually using facial expressions or speech.
That's a real challenge, by the way, and also proves that you're a very creative person because you're getting this inspiration while you're watching something else and thinking to yourself, oh, wait a minute, maybe I'd like to
Yeah.
try something like that. The story spans over a period of like 50 years, doesn't it?
Yes.
So we're talking about a 5-minute film without dialogue that actually portrays so much emotion using shadows on a wall that tells a story of a 50-year relationship. And that's all we're going to tell people, right?
Okay,
Because
yes.
then they have to be able to see it for themselves. Where did the inspiration come for the music? Because you performed that music as well.
Actually, I write music sometimes just for fun, and then it actually ended up fitting the storyline, so I actually just integrated it afterwards.
It fits the film beautifully, by the way. And all the variations in color for the background are also channeling the emotion of that particular scene.
Yes.
That's very, very talented, by the way.
Thank you.
So what are you going to do with all this talent? Become an accountant?
Well, I just graduated from Mahonison High School, and I'll be going to New York University next year for film and television.
Oh, NYU Film School?
Yes.
Well, you could do worse than going to the NYU Film
It's
School.
my dream
That's an
school.
honor. Yes.
Yes.
That's fantastic. Did you have to submit films for part of that audition process?
I did. I had to submit a portfolio with my application, and in that portfolio was actually the film I submitted to Ballston Spa last year.
Now, when you get a student like Rachel, what's the process, Stephen?
Well, the process that my students go through that I've developed over the past number of years, and I've been at Niskayuna, it'll be my 21st year
Oh, my God.
in September. But my program, the curriculum that I developed, basically emulates what a professional filmmaker goes through. The pre-production phase, which is developing the idea, developing the concept, creating a storyboard, film treatment,
Right.
then taking that, going into production, gathering a crew, scouting locations, scheduling times for everybody to get together to film, and then the actual post-production, where they bring all their footage into the lab that we have at the high school, where they do the editing, adding titles, sound, and then after that, it's the marketing and distribution. And the great thing about the Ballston Spa Film Festival is that it's given my students an opportunity to showcase their films in the Capital District, to see people's reaction while they're watching their films. It's a juried process, so it's not as if anyone's film can be shown.
Right.
So it's a prestigious honor to have your film selected over the hundreds that are submitted, but also to get a sense of other people's reaction to your creation.
Sure.
Many students now post their films on Vimeo or YouTube, you really don't get a sense of what people are thinking. They may make comments, but you really don't get that audience immediate reaction.
Now, quick question for you. And you're right, plus I'm certain that there's the other, hey, it never did that before.
Yeah.
And everything that goes wrong with, hey, the camera just fell in the water, and other sort of things that go wrong when you're trying to produce something. Do you mentor the kids in film as well as in tape and all the new digital technologies?
Right now, everything is digital.
Okay.
Initially, when I started teaching, we had a wet dark room where we were using film, but because of budgetary constraints, it was not cost effective.
Right.
So we went both digital for photography and for the video program as well, and which has proved to be fairly successful because it's really emulating what students are doing in their own lives and what they will be doing post-high school.
Good, and I want to get back to Rachel, but one more question. Your students have actually submitted films in the festival and won.
Yes, we've been very fortunate that we participated in the festival since its inception 7 years ago. Students have received accolades over the years, but it's something they really look forward to every year because of just the nature of the festival, the way it's run, the open air theater. It's a really nice way of celebrating their accomplishments.
That's beautifully put, by the way, and a real sense of acknowledgement. Here the students are wondering, you don't know, you're an artist, right, Rachel? So you're thinking to yourself, well, I like it, but I don't know if anybody else is going to like it, and then you're hoping that they get the message of it and that they react favorably to it. And then you always get the unusual responses where people will ask you what the inspiration was based on what they believe the inspiration was. And that just, of course, broadens the experience and the interaction between you and your audience. I think that's pretty phenomenal. Now you use digital formats, right?
Yes.
Any particular editing system that you like more than any other?
I like to use Adobe.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Okay, good. We use it here, as a matter of fact. There are a couple of different schools on which editing systems are better and how they work, but you like Adobe. That's nice. So what are you looking forward to?
For the festival or
Yeah.
Well, last year I went and it was one of the best experiences I've ever had. It was really fun to be able to see people's reactions to my work, but also to be recognized for it.
Yes.
It was like the mini Oscars, I guess,
Yes, that's
for
right.
me.
Now we're going to have Pam, the director of the film festival, on for an interview as well, where we'll cover a lot more of the details. But just to recap, August 1st, August 2nd, Friday, Saturday, showings each night, 7 o'clock, I believe, at the high school. Yes, the high school on Friday night, and also at the Old Iron Spring Park at 9 o'clock, both nights. And then there's an after party at the Brookside Museum, and they're going to announce the winners and give out awards. A nice ceremony. The Oscars, right? The Oscars right here in Ballston Spa. And for those of you that don't make it, we here at Look TV are working with the organizers to present those films on Look TV so you can get to see them. And we'll have you back again for an analysis. Okay, how's that sound?
Okay.
Well, the best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
As I said, we saw this piece beforehand. It's called What These Walls Have Seen. 5 minutes of cinematography. I'll leave the rest to you. And thank you, Stephen.
Thank you.
Congratulations for helping all of these students
You're welcome.
realize their dreams, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, see this interview again? You can head to our website, looktvonline.com.